I can tell you, if you're gonna get an MG from a distributor for $125,000 and you can get $100,000 on a TV sale, what is the benefit to selling your film to a distributor if all they're gonna do is put it in one theater? And we see it over and over again. I mean, don't get me started on this because I could go on for hours about this. I just feel that, I mean, and we're seeing it more and more in the States too. A lot of these indie films, there's a movie called Three-Legged Monster or Good Dick or some of these other ones that have basically self-distributed themselves and created a social network of an audience that basically helps the filmmakers tell the town, a specific town, look, I have 180 people in your town that want to see this film, give me a night. And this is happening clear across the United States now, where all these indie filmmakers are making these films. And with only 4 real distributors in Canada right now, they're not going to take everything. And the other thing is if you tell them what your budget, one of the first questions is, what's your budget? They'll say it's too low for us. I mean, TMN has the same argument. Like I had a meeting with them and they said, oh no, we don't look at films that were made for that low. Well, now they've heard the buzz that we've created on Moonpoint and they've now asked to see the film. So I think that things are going to change. I think we'll see more and more indie films getting either self-distributed or, you know, distribution of some sort, and that's why I want to open up this on my company, because there are all these great little films that are made for not a lot of money that need to be seen.
You want to take to the cleaners.
It's a lot of work though, right? It's theater by
It's a
theater.
lot of
Well,
work.
and in Amal's case, like you guys, on the international front, you guys work your ass up to go on your own and make calls and emails and flying here, there, and everywhere to sell the film yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of that stuff. We had to convince the Bill that the film was worth doing a big theatrical on after the film was completed.
You even convinced them to put it back in the AMC after it was out for a while.
Yeah.
Wow. There was something about they took it off because like Harry Potter blew through or something like that. Right?
Yeah. And actually even TIFF came
Right.
in the middle of ours.
Yeah.
And then when TIFF left, because they had taken up a bunch, and then we said we put ours back in, and they did. But that took a year and a half of really hard work. But again, appropriate more to your question, I remember actually meeting with Robin Katz, who's our EP and produced Emotional as well. And I had a conversation beforehand on this subject, and I said, listen, we're approaching distributors, and what should I expect? And he goes, well, this is your first feature, this is what you should expect. They're going to say, we love the script, go make your broadcast sales, go give them to us, and we'll take your film. And I'm like, what? Isn't that what they're supposed to do? And they're going to say, yeah, you do it. On your first film, they're going to expect that you actually do the work. And if they're convinced that you make $450,000 worth of sales, they're going to take that $450 and give you $150 back. That's how it works. And what they give you in return, they give you a theatrical release, which then releases the money from Telefilm, which they require a theatrical release at a certain budget.
That's the thing. And you can't just four-wall it. You have to have a distributor attached to your budget.
Well, here's the other thing now, some of the
That's the
distributors...
system that just was. Maybe that's
Well,
what
it's even worse now.
Yeah.
So now, if you go to Alliance and they want your film, they'll say, okay, on a $2 million budget, we'll give you $200,000 MG. But if you want us to put it in a theater, we're going to give you $100,000.
Yeah.
They need to hedge their bets because they think they're going to.
Well, $100,000, I can sell my film to TMN tomorrow for $100,000. So
But it's not theatrical.
But it's not theatrical. It's a double-edged sword, believe me.
So is that an issue that should be taken up in Telefilm to change their?
Yeah, and I think their minds and our the minds are shifting, but
It's starting to, yeah.
certainly what we want to see is if you're not going with the traditional distributor, is a plan, right? Because there's a difference between we went to the mall and they said no because the film's not actually that good versus this is going to be a great film and this is our plan to get it out to people.
Yeah.
There certainly are structures in place to, like the film circuit and even guys like, Robin Smith, you can actually just hire him to help you facilitate a release.
Yeah.
Really happy I said that because they'll get 40 calls tomorrow. But
Yeah.